Hi, welcome to this episode of The Inner Estate. I wanted to share today some mental housekeeping ideas that you could do to kick off the new year in a wonderful way. So it's mental housekeeping. What can we clean up? What do we want to bring with us into the new year? And what things do we want to leave behind? And I wanted to start off with, what if in 2026 you decided that you are enough and that you love yourself and that you're going to let yourself be your best self that you can be? If you want to lean in more on this topic, one of my guests on another episode, Panache Desai, wrote a book called You Are Enough. What if you allowed yourself to incorporate meditation into your regular routine? Many of us, myself included, we have tried to meditate over the course of years. And Panache has a way of doing it that is accessible and it allows you to feel successful and understand it at a pretty high level. So he has a program called Call to Calm. What if you just went to Call to Calm? It's free. It's free every day. What if you went to that one day a week for 3 months and just see what happens? Incorporate that in. His messages are ones of, for you to be able to love others, you must love yourself first. And why not love yourself first? As I say to people, you are your own best friend. You will spend more time with yourself than any other human in your existence. So why not make your own self one of your best friends? So I would encourage you to consider that as some mental housekeeping for 2026. Accepting yourself, you are enough, right where you are, with all the things that you haven't done, with the pile of mail you haven't gone through yet, with the 5 pounds you want to lose, whatever it is, that you may be thinking about yourself. You're enough. You're the best you there is. And just decide that 2026 is going to be the year where you just revel in it every day, that you are the youest you know. Another thing to consider in terms of what to bring with you into 2026 and what you may want to consider leaving behind. What if you carried and leaned into your strengths and acknowledged that your strengths are what make you into the new year, and leave your weaknesses where they are? And what do I mean by that? If there is something that you genuinely have struggled with or you are not good at, why not make 2020 the year that you seek leverage or you seek help in that area? And by the way, I know sometimes when you seek leverage or you seek help, that means that it costs money. Okay. Is there something else you could cut out where your strengths could make that happen and incorporate leverage in that area? Many of us that are professionals or own our own businesses, we're always seeking out leverage in terms of our company and our work. And a lot of times that's where we already excel. So if you already excel at work, consider getting leverage at home. There's so many options now. What would happen in your life if the people and the leverage and the support that you sought out actually made your whole life run more smoothly and more close to the vision that you have for it? And that freed you up to actually do more at work and lean in where you're successful and strong. Something to consider. It could be a game changer. So I would really consider that, shifting your focus from leverage at work to leverage in your personal life or at home. And another thing that I want to bring up is 2026. Could this be the year where you take care of yourself at a higher level? And that's going to be different things for different people. And does it have to be 100% the first day? No. If you currently have either physically or mentally or spiritually, one of the main areas of relationships, if there's an area in your life that you're dissatisfied with, what's one small change that you could make in your self-perception, in your self-confidence, your actual putting yourselves in a situation where things could happen? How about in 2026, you allow yourself to be in the time, space, and place where things that you want to happen have a greater chance of happening? I know that's a little bit esoteric, but I believe you know what I mean. And in terms of taking care of ourselves, could you sleep more? By the way, there's a few out there like, could you sleep less? Could you wake up at a different hour and actually change a little bit of that routine? Could you employ some moderation in terms of either diet or consumption? Just think about it. I'm not saying it has to change 180 degrees overnight, although frankly, and we could debate this all day. Sometimes that's more powerful. I know for me, when I decided to go carnivore, when I just did it that next day, cold turkey, that was the best thing for me. May not be the best for you. And if you're not ready to make a dramatic change in whatever area it is that you want to have a significant change, make a small one. Could you make a small one? I think that's a mental housekeeping item. If you just declare that 2026, you will take better care of the physical vessel that is your body, I think that that would make a big difference in your entire year, both personally and professionally. So I just wanted to share those few ideas. I hope you find them useful. And if you do, I'd love if you would share in the comments which one you're going to try and what impact it had for you. I want to share some punchy, impactful ways that you can make 2026 an incredible year. Number one, decide now that you will go to at least 4 concerts next year. Figure out how to make it happen. Do they have to be $1,000 tickets at the Sphere? No. It could be a free concert on the lawn at a park near where you live. So I'm not saying that it has to be a huge extravaganza, but just know that you're going to go to at least 4 live musical events, 4 concerts next year. Number 2, declare that you're going to go to at least 1 theater production next year. Why not? How many people have not been to the theater in years? And by the way, even if you didn't like it the last time you went, give it a shot. Why not go again? Most places have a local theater troupe, and you can go and see a show there. If you really want to kick it up a notch and you've never seen a show on Broadway, turn it into a long weekend. Go see a show on Broadway. I have the privilege of living in the greater Phoenix metropolitan area, and we have opportunities with the Phoenix Theater and Scottsdale Theater, the opportunity to see plenty of live entertainment. So make sure that you go and see at least 1 play next year. The next one, you may not be surprised. Challenge yourself to go to 1 stand-up comedy show in 2026. It doesn't have to be Jim Gaffigan at the big arena. It could just be a local stand-up club, if there's a comedy club, but go and see live comedy. Now, by the way, are you going to like all of these? I'm going to go on a limb and say maybe not. There might be some that are duds. There might be some that you love more than you realize, but I just like the idea of doing the exposure. And then 3 more, and these I think are going to challenge a lot of people. What would happen next year if you went to see 1 opera, 1 ballet, and 1 orchestra performance? I don't know, but I think it'd be fun. Because I'm a jazz lover, if you want an extra credit for 2026, go to a jazz club and see some live jazz. So I just wanted to share these ideas and making them measurable. Look at it. Let me know what you think. And if you take this challenge on, I would love for you to share with me what impact it had for you. Thank you so much. And I hope to see you again on the next episode of The Inner Estate.